Hey, Treasure Fan Show pal, Big D back here with a movie review, and this one's a special movie review because this movie was sent to me by one of my best viewers and a good friend of mine now. His name is Bobby, and he sent me this movie called Enter Nowhere. Now, this movie he talked to me about a while ago. He said if I ever saw it, I should pick it up because it's a really good movie. And then, out of the kindness of the heart, he found one in the store and he sent it to me. So, which by the way was extremely awesome. He didn't need to do that, but I really appreciate it. So I did sit down a couple days ago and watch this thing, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. I was really surprised. It's a movie. I think it's a little bit more low budget because it was filmed in 2012. It's got a really young Scott Eastwood in it. Of course, we all know that's Clint Eastwood's son. And it's got Kathleen Waterston and Sarah Paxton. This was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. Now I'm going to say there's a couple twists and turns. There's one big twist in here. There's a couple of smaller twists. I will admit that I did figure out the big twist, I wouldn't say relatively quickly, probably about halfway through the movie, I kind of started picking up going, oh, okay, I see where this is going. But what the whole movie is, it's really just these three people plus one other guy through the whole movie. It's really kind of weird. These three people end up in the middle of the woods, but they can't figure out how they end up in the middle of the woods. Each one of them has a different story how they got there. And so as they start tumbling upon each other and they start meeting up with each other, they meet up in this cabin. And they're trying to figure things out, but a series of weird events is happening to them, and they're having trouble figuring out. Of course, none of them really trust each other, but they're trying to put two and two together. Then after a while, a fourth guy shows up and starts shooting at him because he thinks that they're after him. And so the whole movie is about these people trying to figure out what they're all doing in the woods in this cabin and how they're going to get out of it. Because throughout the whole movie, they keep trying to leave the cabin. They keep trying to go out of the forest, and they end up looping back around. So they're kind of stuck in this perpetual loop. So really well done movie, really well acted. I was quite surprised. I've always really liked Scott Eastwood. He hasn't been in a whole lot of movies, but what I've seen him in so far, I've really enjoyed him in. This was a good movie. Probably my only criticism of the movie, it felt a little bit low budget because the film quality seemed a little bit off. Maybe I'm the only one that noticed this, but a lot of times you can tell the differences in movies. Like when you watch TV, you can tell there's a difference between film. There's just a especially live action TV versus like film. There's definitely a difference, the way it feels. This one had that little bit more of that feel, but it didn't really detract from it. That's just more me being a bit nitpicky. But honestly, I really recommend this movie. This is a solid 8 out of 10 for me on my Red Vine scale. I really did have fun with it. I'm looking forward to watching it again because I'm pretty sure I missed a couple things. But like I said, I actually really enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. I really appreciate Bobby sending this to me because if I never found it, I wouldn't be able to have seen this movie and got to enjoy it like I did. I really liked it. It has a good atmosphere to the movie, and believe me, the ending actually had me on my seat, on the edge of my seat. I could kind of see at the end, I could see where they were going, but getting there, it was like, okay, well, wait a minute, that happened? I thought, it was really neat because it really put me into the seat. I actually got a little bit anxious towards the end there, wondering if they were going to be able to do what they needed to do. So that I liked it. When a movie can give me a little bit of anxiety, can get me thinking a little bit. That's the movies I really like. I really enjoy those things because it gets me into the movie itself. Like I love when movies do that. When I get to the point where I watch a horror movie and like I'll start to go, whoa, okay, all right. I love that because it's getting me interacting with the movie, so it makes me feel like I'm more part of the whole story. So I really enjoyed it, and this movie definitely did it towards the end. I was on the edge of my seat for the last 5-10 minutes. It's like, oh God, come stop! No. So it was a lot of fun. If you get a chance, I really recommend you checking this out. I don't know if it's on streaming services or not. It may be. But if you come across it in the store, since it's 2012, I would imagine you probably can find it relatively cheap out there. I would highly recommend you getting this one because it is a good movie and I really did enjoy it. And I do want to say this again, Bobby, thank you for this. I really, really appreciate it. Like I promised, I watched it, did a review, and I'm glad I did because I think back to this. If I hadn't sat down and watched it, I would have missed out on something pretty darn cool. So that is it for this movie review. Let me know in the comments below. Have you seen this movie? If so, let me know what your thoughts. I'd be interested to start some more conversations about this. So let me know. Again, thank you guys all for watching. Like, subscribe, the notification bell. Again, I want to say a big thank you to Bobby for this movie, and thank you for making this video possible. Again, I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Everybody take care out there. Always keep hunting because you never know what you're going to find. And as always, live long and prosper. Bye.